Hey guys, today we're going to talk about 3 ways you can fix like a tweaked back. Pretty simple things, even some stuff you can do at home with things you have lying around there. First thing is going to be don't tweak it in the first place, so getting some prehab done. Some things you can do for that, which I would recommend, especially if you have a history of back issues. First thing is going to be making sure that your pelvis is in alignment. So we're going to try and use your own musculature to pull yourself into the correct position. One move you can do there is land on your back. You put one hand in front of your knee, one hand behind, and then resist 3 or 4 seconds, and then switch, and then resist. So all we're doing here is trying to pull ourselves back into alignment if your pelvis is off a little bit. Most of the time when we have back tweaks, that's the issue, is those hips are off, and then it just takes one little shift to tighten up, and that thing has a hard time letting go. The other thing that I recommend doing is taking a med ball or something around this size and putting it in between the knees and doing a little contract, relax, squeeze, and relax. So we're going to squeeze, and you might feel a pop or something like that. If you don't, it's okay. But again, we're just trying to use the own structure that we have already to tighten up and even ourselves out. So we'll go again, 3-4 seconds, relax, 3-4 seconds, relax, and that's a good thing to do, before you hit a workout. Really, any kind of workout. And most people will tweak their back, bending over, picking up an iPad or something like that, and not necessarily like doing a bunch of deadlifts. So number 2, something that's really good to do in the gym with a box or a chair like this is to grab a lacrosse ball, put your feet up. Now this is something that you can do a lot after you tweak your back. I did mine at a competition recently, and I was in this position pretty much all day, and it really helped loosen up and keep me going. So you take this lacrosse ball, put it on one side, you got your feet up, and you pretty much put all your weight down on that one side. You contract again, so you try and push against the ball, and then relax. Now you sink down in, then you contract again, and then relax. So the idea is to get that back to loosen up, because what happens when you tweak it, like I said, if your pelvis is off, you tweak it, and what happens is the back gets super tight. It doesn't want to let go. So this is something that will really help it let go. This is the first thing I would do after that thing tightens up. You can switch sides. I'd probably do a minute or 2 on each side, just to make sure that you're evened out. And then the last thing, and it's pretty similar, you can do, and even something you can do at home, is you can take a ball. Now I have a D ball here. This will work. You can get a basketball. Basketball might actually be a little bit too hard, but something soft that you can lean into and smash out your guts. Okay, so you can just lean in like this. I'm in the chair. Just lean in. Again, contract, relax. So it's the same type of method you're going to use on your back. And you can go higher, lower. D-ball, since it's soft, it's not going to like bruise or anything like that. Nothing crazy. Volleyball, something like that doesn't have a lot of air in it. Or my personal favorite is to use a football in this position. You can lean over a box. You can do it on the ground, but use the pointy end and put it right in your guts, right here, right inside your hip. Contract, relax, and that will again loosen up the back if it got really tight from shifting on you. You need to loosen the back as well as the front and the abs in there. Again, the tweaks happen just doing something silly, doing something that really shouldn't mess it up. And a lot of time after a bunch of core movement, ab movement really, and not necessarily after a bunch of deadlifts. Of course, you're going to have some tweaks and whatnot from doing deadlifts incorrectly. But I say most of the time, if you're doing that right and you still have a tweak, it's because you're pretty tight up here in front. So using a football is good for that, sticking that in there. But for today, that's going to be just about it. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know on Facebook or in the comment section below. But other than that, see you next time.